So guys, welcome back to another episode of, this is not a full episode of course, this is just the post-video now. So we have the pre-video and the video itself, the movie, and now this is the post video of the video. I just wanna tell you about something about the C rating, the pump. What the thanks, pump. So guys, what do you think about this C rating stuff and the fact that you should not go over 1C because it may harm the battery? I tried to find some information about the batteries we have in our PHEVs. We know it's the LEV40 cell from Yuasa, from this Japanese company. It's an LEV40. 40 stands for 40 ampere hours. That's what we have. But there are literally no specs available on the internet for this cell. What I could find out is this cell is especially produced from Mitsubishi, from this Japanese company. There are no specs on their website. The next battery up is the LEV50, which is the same model but with 50 ampere hours, so larger capacity. Why is this camera actually? Why is it too low? I don't know. Seems weird. Sometimes it's just this white shirt, sometimes, or whatever. So we can find some specs about the LEV50 cell, which is the bigger, which is the big brother of the LEV40 which we have. But again, there is no C rating for this battery. There's no freaking C rating available for the LEV50. Then there is this company, this Japanese company has developed an LEV50N cell, which is a further development of the LEV50, of course. I mean, that's obvious. And we have specs for the LEV50N cells. But actually, the problem is the LEV50N cell uses a different chemistry. They have modified the LEV50 cell slightly. The electrolyte is different, and also the anode is a little bit different, and they have modified it. I don't want to go in all these details, this technical stuff. I'll link this below if you want to read. But the LEV50N cell, which is not in our car, it's not in the new 2019 model, in 2018, 2019 model. I don't know which car is using the LEV50N. The specs are saying it has a high rate of discharge capability at 6C. So this cell is rated at 6C, and it retains 90% of its capacity after 700 cycles under the condition of 100% depth of discharge, DOD, 100%. So you can fully discharge the battery to 2.7, whatever, you read this yourself, to 2.7 volts, and then fully charge to 4.1 volts again, and you do this 700 times and you still have 90% of the original capacity. That is quite impressive. Very impressive specs for this cell nobody has. So I don't know where we go from here. The information you can find on the internet are pretty straightforward. They're saying if you charge over 1C or if you discharge over 1C, it will harm the battery. The degradation increases and the capacity will finally go down quicker than if you don't discharge the battery over 1C. Also, when they talk about high performance cells like an Tesla, I mean, I just mentioned Tesla, they also have the same problem. Everything over 1C is harming the battery, but obviously they've got this secret mixture in their battery, and they have minimized this problem a lot in comparison to other manufacturers. So obviously they are really high performance cells, and they are not having this problem at the same rate as other batteries have, which is even more impressive, I think. Well, yeah, at the end, I think the Outlander PHEV is just it's just doomed. Like so many, probably like all the other plug-in hybrid vehicles as well, like the Ford Fusion hybrid, or like the Honda Clarity PHEV or the Volvo XC90. They're all having relatively small batteries in their cars, and probably, most likely, I'm sure they are suffering the same problem. But because they don't have a Daniel, which has provided these owners with a PHEV Watchdog for their cars, they may not know. They may not know. And as I have explained it before, the degradation is not really, you don't see a range loss until you hit about 80% of your battery. And this is most likely caused by, because the driver gets better, the car gets worse. So they compensate out, the driver is compensate out the loss of range of the car until they reach a certain point when the driver is not getting any better anymore. This is a theory I'm supporting 100%. I know by myself the driving style has changed. Since I drive the PHEV, you're driving far more carefully, and you maximize your efficiency, and you try to squeeze the last kilometers out of the battery. And I know a lot of you guys are trying the same, because this is the purpose of the car. You want to drive electric as much as possible. Otherwise you wouldn't buy a plug-in hybrid, you would just buy a freaking Prius or so. So I'm not sure how we go with this battery situation now, because when you have a look around on the internet, I think every one of you knows Tesla Björn Nyland from Norway. He and his Optimus Prime Model X over there, he has driven 75,000 kilometers since January this year. He recently made a video about it and said, look, the battery has lost 6% capacity since then. 75,000 kilometers, 6% loss. This is a lot of degradation, and he also admits it is his own fault because he's abusing the battery. He's almost constantly supercharging, he's doing long trips, he's hammering the car, he's overtaking like hell. He's not driving aggressively, but he is driving aggressively a little bit, I think. And he's also pulling a trailer, which puts a lot of strain on the battery, so you've got higher currents in and out of the battery. So then on the other hand, we've got Kim from Like Tesla, from the US channel Like Tesla. Her mother-in-law had a 2013 Model S. She never supercharged this car. So she never supercharged this car in the entire life, and she never charged the car to 100%. And it was always plugged in her garage. And her degradation over 5 years and 120,000 kilometers are only 3%. And probably she is driving a completely different style as Björn does, of course. I link these two videos down below. You can have a look yourself. And then I found this article about this leasing company. Oh yeah, it's a rental. It's a car rental company. So, and their Model S has done 200,000 miles and has always charged to 100% and only supercharged. Supercharged all the time to 100%, 200,000 miles on the clock, and the degradation is 6%. Well, so this does not match any of the other examples I gave you before. So I don't know, something makes noise out there. So guys, I still think charging the battery slowly is better than charging the battery faster. From what you read from other sources about lithium-ion batteries, they don't like high currents in or out at all. They degrade faster. It's really hard to, it's quite hard to find. See, this is a very complex topic. It's a little container full of chemicals, and you put 2 electrodes in there and try to figure out how to prolong the life of this little power substation you have in your car. So I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you think 1C is a thing, or is it just not So yeah, as I said, I'll leave this. You make your own decision. You decide how you charge or you discharge your car. If you wanna, I keep charging my car with a 6 amp overnight because I've got time. And oh, I just realized I have to just change the settings on the EVSE from 15 to 6. So when you have a look at these different graphs, it seems like discharging the battery slower prolongs the life. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about this whole topic and if this is a thing. I reckon once we get larger batteries in these cars, this problem will disappear, because a larger battery of say 60 kilowatt hours won't have this problem anymore. It is more a thing in these plug-in hybrid vehicles or even hybrid vehicles, because they've got even smaller batteries. And it causes some issues. Definitely it does. Okay guys, so far to sum up this whole topic now, I'll just leave this all with you. I'll put the links down below. You have your read through it and let me know what you think about this. Yeah, so guys, you let me know what you think about this C rating and the 1C usage in our cars. I would really like to hear your comments and your opinion about this. Okay, until then I say goodbye and thanks for watching, thanks for your support again. This is Andy from Unplugged EV Australia signing off. You stay charged, charge only with 1C max, and we will see us in the next video coming out very soon. That's it, goodbye. Then you always need to come back to pick up the camera.